And you know, the night that I won in 2006, I said to everybody, this was not a solo performance, this really was a choir. And we know it was, because we didn't have the money, we didn't have the resources, we couldn't compete in the traditional manner, but I said all along that what we had was each other, and that there were more of us than there were of them, and that we could work together, the bottom 99% of us, and make change in this country. And I've been very, very honored to be your representative. And if you think it's thrilling to say, you know, that she's our first woman and our first Democrat in quite a while, it's very thrilling for me to hear that. And I never forget who gave me that honor. And all of you are the ones who gave me that honor. And I especially remember you 2:30, 3 o'clock every morning when I think the day has got to end very soon. And then I think, who did this to me? So, you know, we laugh, but obviously there's been a really critical time in history in Washington and across the country. And we have a lot of serious issues that are confronting us. In 2006, I said that the middle class was stumbling. And now I go out and I say, I talked about the middle class before middle class was cool. Remember, now you're seeing it everywhere. But we didn't want the middle class to be cool. We didn't want it to suddenly become an endangered species like it has. But the reality is that times are tougher than they were in 2006. And they weren't particularly good then. As a matter of fact, we can trace when it started to get difficult. And we know what election it was. It was the Bush first election that changed the policies dramatically in this country. And we have seen the shift, and it's not good. It hasn't been good for the children of this country. It hasn't been good for the elderly. It certainly hasn't been good for the poor. As a matter of fact, it's been pretty darn difficult for most of us, except for those that are protected by the Bush administration and his cronies in Washington. And don't doubt for a moment that he doesn't have a lot of cronies in Washington and a lot of special interests there. And so all along, our responsibility has been to speak up and work for the rest of us. And here we are now, 2008, and you can see that I obviously have upset some people down there, because if you turn on the TV set or you turn on your radio, you're seeing a lot of ads that are running against me, and it has to do with those votes that I've taken, that I've been so proud to take for all of you. And you can see that New Hampshire being kind of the pot where all of the issues are boiling over in both the Senate race, the presidential race, and in my seat. It really, if you're a political junkie, it's a fascinating place to be. If you're one of the candidates, it gets a little warm at times in the pot, but it is absolutely wonderful to be part of this whole process and to be working for this change. So, can you tell me how many people think that the 110th Congress was a do-nothing Congress? Maybe it's okay. Put your hands up if you're wondering if we ever got anything done down there. Because at a couple of parties that I've had, a lot of people said, well, you probably tried, but I didn't see anything come out of it. And the truth is, a lot has come out of this 110th Congress. It's been difficult. You know, for example, if you're married, it takes two to be married. Well, it also takes two, as in two sides, to pass legislation and to be able to move a nation's agenda forward. And there's been a lot of resistance there. But when you look at what we have managed to do with a House that was the 2006 House of Change and a 2002 Senate, you can imagine what a mismatch that is in terms of politics and ideology and vision. It's been extremely difficult, but the House has passed a lot of great legislation, and I feel very proud of what we accomplished. And some of it we actually got the President to sign. And when I say we, I mean the American public. And we'll take one example. We worked for a GI Bill of Rights, and that was the new GI Bill of Rights that would allow men and women who would serve this country honorably to go to college when they got out, and they would receive college education and a stipend. And it's the very thing that helps create a robust middle class and to educate our youth. Remember, as you know so well, that education is the key to prosperity in this nation. So this should be something that we all would back, you would think. The price tag is actually pretty low, considering it was $50 billion for 10 years. Now, let's put $50 billion in some perspective. We spend $1 billion every other day in Iraq. Every other day, we spend $1 billion. This program to educate those who serve our country is $50 billion in 10 years. And the president didn't like it. And a lot of Republicans didn't like it either. But something happened. Americans liked it. They thought that was a lot better than yellow ribbon and thanks a lot. They thought this is absolutely what we want to do to honor our servicemen and women. And so suddenly, you know, there was a roar that came out from the veterans camps and came out from servicemen and women and from regular Americans who thought it was time to really say thank you. They'd seen enough with, you know, Walter Reed and all the other issues that our fighting men and women had to endure. So they roared back. And guess what happened? I'm telling you, the dam burst open and the bill moved faster than I've seen anything pass, and the president signed it. And my favorite part of it all is that after the president signed it, he congratulated himself.